Okay, this is going to be my new and improved guide to auction flipping. Since I last did a guide video on this, I have been doing some new tactics. So I flipped a few sets, a few strong dragon and chest plates, which have high profit margins when bought correctly. And yeah, so I always check aspect of the ends to see if there's any ones that are underpriced by a little bit, but they don't seem to be any. So yeah, auction flipping is basically about how much money you have and how much you're risking, because if you're doing something that might not be in high demand, it can be more risky because someone might not buy it. Like I said in the last my last guide video, Ender Armor is really good, and I can do that quite well because with Ender Armor I know what price it's meant to be. But with things like strong dragon armor, I'm still trying to not quite ready to confidently flip a lot of it. But I'm pretty sure this is cheap, so I bought that there. And then you see, okay, so he's still selling one, whoever that is selling one more at 3,000, but then I'll sell this one at 3,000. So it's 390,000. So that there is some of the flips I do. So at when I start and I need a little more money, what I do is, if I can still do this, is so buy things from the NPC that are much more expensive on the much more expensive to sell on the bazaar than you bought them for, like ice from the builder. It's a very well-known one, but it's very profitable. I did this yesterday, so occasionally it doesn't reset. Since that 300k chest plate is quite a good deal, I am gonna draw a bit more money and then buy it and then hopefully sell it as well. It's a good chance it's already been sold, which happens, which is good, because that means mine is now the lowest price for dragon armor. So if anyone's gonna buy it, it's gonna be this one. So sometimes when I only have like 100k, I do Ender Armor, because that makes very little profit, but it's good when you don't have that much money. So now there are people undercutting me, which is not great, but at least mine's enchanted, so yeah, mine is a lot better because it's also reforged. So it's really hard. In fact, even though I checked, I have rarely found an aspect of the end that was underpriced, but when I did, it was a huge profit. So I might even try ending soon auction. So I used to only do auction to bin, but now I definitely like I like bin to bin much more, because it's just quicker, and it's just faster in general to make money. While I'm doing this, I always check things that I might want to buy, like young dragon armor, because I already have the helmet and the boots, and I could afford to get the rest of it, but I want to get a little more money with this first. But I just check all the time. So strong dragon armor it's very good if you want to make, that's really cheap if you want to make money quickly, but you have to have a little bit of starting money. Like you have to have, like, I'd say have at least 1 million. So lots of people are really undercutting. When it says like there was an error with the auction house, it says auction expired or not found. That means, I think this happens with things that are really cheap, because things that are really cheap, they tend to sell very quickly, and that means that it still shows up for people, but it's not actually viable. Let's see what the price for this is. 3,000. So this is. So I'll do. Create another option. 380k. Which isn't the best price, because it's not really. Wait, I only have one option. No. So it's not the best price because it hasn't like fully undercut all these prices, but they will get bought very quickly, these, so it's good. It's still good, because eventually when the price does rise, which hopefully it does, it will get back, it will rise quite well, and then my things will be very inexpensive for at least. I'm just gonna do a little bit more bin to bin with it, which is it's just, again, it's all about knowing what price something should be and seeing when it declines, because certain things like ender armor go like the lowest bin can be 20 and then it goes back up to 40, but it's always valued, and I always sell it and it always gets bought quickly at 35,000, so if you can buy it at any cheaper than that, like while still making decent profit, it's good. I'm gonna do a bit more of this auction flip. So after about 30 minutes, I now have 2 million coins in my bank account, which is really good, because like I said, it was 30 minutes, maybe even less, and I started with like 1,300, or I'm sorry, 1,300,000 or something like that. So I made like 700,000 very easily. And there were two methods I did. So there was the strong dragon armor, which I actually showed that earlier, where I bought it and sold it. But one that made me a lot of money as well was buying the young dragon fragments, crafting them into helmet, and selling them for like a 20k profit. And if you repeat that quite a few times, you can get quite a lot of money quite quickly. So if you keep checking these dragon fragments, occasionally they'll be cheaper than what you can sell them on the auction house. Which dragon it happens to be will change a lot, but those are two very good methods of making millions of coins easily through auction flipping. So I'm not quite sure of the young dragon armor. I also did actually buy and sell. I always do bin to bin now. But if you see with young dragon armor, what I did, or any dragon armor that you can see you can buy, that's you can buy the fragments themselves for more expensive. Because here the dragon fragments only cost like 150k, so for a helmet, and then I can sell it for like 665k. if anyone goes lower than you, you can try but you can I just flipped that as well because that and sold it a bit more expensive, but yeah, so that yours got sold. So otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty sure that. So that's my new and reviewed guide for making money easily through the auctions. See you next time.